The Mayweather curse strikes again. This time it gets Ohara Davies. Boxingego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest boxing. You want to become part of the notification gang, hit that bell icon. Thank you to the super chats, the donations, and the Patreons. We working. Now, I tried warning you guys about the Mayweather curse, and you'll see a picture on screen. I put together this little quick collage, and the Mayweather curse is real. This time it gets Ohara Davies, and he fought in the UK, he fought in Scotland against Josh Taylor, not really a big name in the States, and he ended up getting knocked down, I believe it was twice, and stopped in the fight. I did watch the fight. Actually, I watched highlights of the fight. Like, I watched certain whole rounds, but I didn't watch the whole thing from start to finish. And from what I seen, Ohara was getting chopped up, and he was like, in the round he got stopped, looks like he was like pushing his punches, like they were like shoe shining punches, where he looked like he was like letting his hands go, and it wasn't really having much effect on Taylor. Taylor looked crisper, and it looked like he had more mustard on his shots because they looked like they were actually affecting him. And Taylor launched his attack, knocked Ohara down, and he just looked befuddled. Like, you could tell by when people like in their corners are shocked when there's a knockdown, because it just looks like it's chaos, and like the fighter on their face, you just see it look like, even the Broner versus Maidana, when Broner got knocked down, he just looked like, wow, I didn't expect that. And that's kind of what Ohara Davies looked like to me in this. He just kind of looked like, wow, I really wasn't expecting that to happen. And even Sean Porter, when Broner knocked down Sean Porter, he just looked like at a loss for words and kind of confused. And I guess that's what happens when you get your bell wrong, especially when you didn't expect it. But shout out to Josh Taylor. He had a great win in the 7th. And it was weird because Ohara got back up, beat the count, got up, and they were allegedly ready to go. Taylor went to finish his job and finish his work, and Ohara just turned his back, kind of like Angulo did with Erislandy Lara, which is a no-no in boxing. I mean, enough with the bullshit in boxing. A lot of people don't want to call it what it is, and when fighters start doing all of this, turning their back, they deserve to lose. They deserve to get TKO'd, because that's a telltale sign that it's no mas. Roberto Duran did it versus Sugar Ray. You're basically saying fuck that. Whether you think they had a shot to come back with Sergey Kovalev and Andre Ward too, they don't have a shot to come back, because they're already mentally broken at that point, as far as I'm concerned. Because from a fighter's perspective, we know you're tough, you're valiant, and you're warriors. But if you do that, that's pretty much forfeiting the game. That's conceding, because you know it's going to get stopped most likely if you turn your back. A referee's not going to see you do that, because there's ways to handle that. If somebody's trying to ambush you and you got something in your eye, you kind of have to work through it. I've seen fighters, just like a mouthpiece, that's the same thing. That's like, if your mouthpiece gets knocked out, you got to keep fighting. You can't be like, oh, my teeth are going to get knocked out. You're going to have to do something until there's a lull in the action, and then the referee will break you and then allow you to go to your corner and get a new mouthpiece or whatever. But that's just the way of the world. So, I mean, it was a rightful stoppage to me, because that was your conceding. It's just like when I used to play Madden online, and I'm not the best person on Madden like that, and I never claimed to be, but sometimes I would beat people, and the people that you would beat real drastically, it'd be the 4th quarter, and it was like your opponent wants to concede the game, and I'd be like, nope. And then it'll be like, your opponent has left the game. That's what these fighters do, some of them, when they do stuff like that. You're basically saying, even the Errol Spence Kell Brook fight, I think that was kind of Kell Brook's way, like, nah, this is too risky. I'm not really having it. So once again, the Mayweather curse strikes again. And for those that don't know much about Ohara Davies, he's outspoken, and recently, like you've seen in the picture, him and Floyd Mayweather had a video that kind of went viral, and the topic went viral, talking about, I guess Mayweather was promoting Liam Walsh's fight and he was there, and Mayweather said something like, compared him to Tank Davis, and I guess he thought about it. He was talking about it on somewhere where he was talking about he had to think about it and let it register, and then he was like, I couldn't go sleep at night knowing that I let Floyd talk to me like that and compare me to a 130 pounder when I'm a 140 pounder. So when I seen him again, I confronted him and said, hey, I don't like what you said. And then you'll see there's a video, I believe Fight Hype has it and maybe someone else, where they're backstage and the guy's like, hey, I don't like what you said to me. And then Floyd Mayweather was like, I got a fighter, Tank. How old are you? How many fights you got? And he was just trying to like bully him like with the conversation. Then he started touching on Ohara Davies, and then he said his piece, and Davis was like rebuttaling and trying to, and then Floyd just walked off on him. You know what I mean? So he got touched with the Mayweather touch. You know what I mean? The Mayweather curse touch. I told you guys, don't let Floyd, you beefing with him, don't let him touch you. If you on his team and you shake his hand, that's cool, but don't let Floyd touch you. And Ohara Davies found out the hard way versus Josh Taylor. And it was good. I'm going to definitely check for Josh Taylor. I hadn't really heard much about him, to be honest. But after that performance, I like what I seen. Good body work. He's tall. He look in shape at the weigh-in. See, and that's the other thing that made it bad for... See, it's always... This is... When you're a talker, like an Adrian Broner, Ohara Davies, Mayweather, you got to back it up. That's kind of what it goes down to. Because there are people who are wanting to see you get humbled. Like when Chino beat Maidana beat Broner. People want to see that. And Ohara Davies, he did a lot, and he let Josh Taylor choke him at the weigh-in, which was crazy. He let him choke him at the weigh-in, and then you get knocked down multiple times and stop. Mayweather curse, man. And if I'm not mistaken, if somebody put the link or correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I overheard dialogue of Ohara Davies saying something like he's the best at 140 and he could beat Terrence Crawford. So I mean, I think this fight proves that wouldn't be the case. Obviously they haven't fought, each fight is different, but I'm not betting for no Ohara Davies against Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford looks like the man to beat. I think Julius Ndongo, I'm not saying he beats Crawford, but I would give him a better shot to do it than Ohara. So Ohara needs to go back to the drawing board, maybe be humble, see what he did, go watch tape, see what he did right and wrong in this fight, and then learn from it. And that's just what it is. But maybe he got a little bit too big for his britches, thinking he was the man. And you got to keep... See, that's why people will sleep on it. And I'm gonna wrap it up after this. But Mayweather being undefeated for 2 decades, that's not normal. You know what I mean? That is not an easy feat to do, because any one bad night, or you're sick, or you had trouble and can't make it weight, or you didn't get your row work, I mean, that could be taken away from you, even from people who don't even have... Josh Taylor doesn't have the biggest name at 140, and he beat you and stopped you, beat you into submission. So imagine if that was Crawford. Let me know your thoughts. Mayweather curse returns. Make sure you share the video, like the video. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.